Alrighty. I heard some news about Classic Plus, so I
Good
came to check
afternoon,
it out.
everyone.
Here we go.
Here's our next presentation. World of Warcraft Classic, what's next?
What's next? What are we getting? What are we getting? What's happening? Now, this is where my excitement is going to really peak here. Here we go.
Hola, BlizzCon!
Hola.
Hi! My name is Ana Resendes, and I am one of the 2 lead software engineers on the World of Warcraft Classic team.
Okay.
Today, I will be joined by 3 other of my members of the Classic team. Josh Greenfield, our senior producer. Nora Valera, my fellow lead software engineer. And Tim Jones, our team's lead designer.
Okay. Now, I like this. I like this because it looks like all 4 of them actually play the game. Let me just say that first point. It looks like all 4 of these people I can actually see playing the game and actually kind of care about the game. Look, there's smiles in some of these pictures, except for one of them. But I love that. I love that. Okay, let's get into it.
It is an honor for us to represent the Classic team and talk to you about so many of the things we're working on WoW Classic. So today, let's talk about the Classic journey so far, plus Cataclysm Classic, Hardcore, and a newer season, Season of Discovery.
I don't really care about the Cataclysm Classic, to be honest with you guys. I'm probably not going to play it, but...
WoW Classic was announced at BlizzCon 6 years ago. And ever since that day, the team worked really hard to bring those precious memories of WoW to you and to me. The Classic journey officially started when you joined us in 2019 back in Azeroth creating a new character.
Yeah, your boy got Scarab Lord.
Remembering the importance of having a good wand and being careful of how many mobs you pull at a time. We went through the journey of getting your first mount and feeling like you were riding the most powerful machine, making all those level 10s jealous of your speed. Eventually, we hit 60 levels, and we went on to face some of the most iconic challenges, including the Fire Lord himself, Lord Ragnaros.
I like how
we ran the Gong of Anchorage and saw new Scarlet Lords walking among us.
That's me. Let's go.
We completed our journey at level 60 by adventuring into Naxxramas with 39 other of our friends. In 2021, the Dark Portal opened, and us brave heroes stepped forward into a new world to face the Burning Legion. In Outland, we learned to fly and see the world from a different perspective. And after killing many Talbot, we contested Illidan, and turns out, maybe we were prepared after all. Later on, we explored the coldest continent of Azeroth. We arrived to Northrend via boat of Zeppelin, and we started hearing about the presence of the Lich King. We became masters of vehicles, and if you're like me, indeed press that red button. Oops. All to prepare ourselves for the ultimate combat and defeat the Lich King on top of Icecrown Citadel. As you heard earlier from our executive producer, Holly, our journey will continue into Cataclysm Classic in 2024. The Classic journey started with you as a love letter to the WoW community. We asked what you wanted, you responded to us, and we listened. And as we move onward, we look to bring new Classic experiences to life, Cata and beyond. We're driven by smart changes as informed by you. So this is Cata for you. But before we talk about all the changes that we're bringing to Cataclysm Classic, let's talk about some of the features that will be returning as your journey to the new level cap to 85. So Goblins will be joining the Horde, Worgens will be joining the Alliance. Worgens, go! Cataclysm also unlocks a bigger combination of classes and races. For players that like to play as a Night Elf Mage, your time is now. Transmogs are coming back into Cataclysm. Start getting those ideas ready for your next Transmog contest. For the Explorers, there's also where Archaeology makes its debut.
Forgot about Archaeology.
For our PvP fans, Rated Backgrounds are coming back. Love PvP. The world will be changed after Sharding of Deathwing. No giant swords just yet, but big changes to Azeroth nonetheless. Along with graphical improvements, literally thousands of new quests await you across different continents. And of course, you will also be able to unlock flying Azeroth.
When they say thousands of
As the
new
world changes, it comes with some of the
quests,
most
are they
iconic
adding
dungeons and
quests?
raids that you
Or
have ever
are you just saying like with the expansion you
experienced.
get a new quest?
All in
I'm
all, this
confused.
comes with 5 new zones, 10 new dungeons, and 7 new raids. And speaking of those raids, Cataclysm had a hugely varied opening tiers of raiding, including Bastion of Twilight, where after defeating our two-headed mage Cho'Gall, a surprise appearance from Sinestra awaits. Later, we will venture into Firelands, soaring through rings of fire against Alice Razor, and seeing Ragnaros take his first baby steps. They grow up so quickly. This is just some of what we know, but what are we bringing new to Classic? What's new for Cataclysm Classic? We have seen a ton of positive feedback in the community around the new Titan Rune dungeon system in Grad, or as you might know it as Heroic Plus, allowing you new deterministic opportunities to gear up. So we're excited to bring the spirit of those forwards into Cataclysm for you to experience these new takes on Cataclysm dungeons. We will be making updates to the guild advancement system introducing Cataclysm. We want to ensure that guilds that are on the smaller side are not left behind. In past years, we heard from you about wanting to have collections UI in Classic. So we're happy to have introduced that in our final patch of Grad. And now transmogs will live in it too, and they're going to be account-wide. So get all those alts together and get all that gear. Classic gives us the opportunity to revisit the cadence at which we release content and patches. I think we all know when a patch has overstayed its welcome, which is why we're excited to announce that Cataclassic will be experienced at a faster rate, faster than the original. And with that, we're also making changes to the leveling speed for new characters to get to level 80. But these are just some of the changes that are coming to Cataclysm Classic. We also have other topics of discussion in the team. But as we said, WoW Classic started as a love letter to the community, and we continue to look to you and you to provide great feedback. So if you're here at BlizzCon, please swing by the Darkmoon Fair that is over there. There's a mailbox where you can submit any questions you have. And for those of you at home, talking to you, there's going to be open threads in all the WoW forums in every region, and we look forward for your thoughts about all things Classic. Thank you again for taking this journey with us as we venture forth into our mysterious future. Speaking of the amazing contributions from the community, let's talk about hardcore. Yeah, hardcore.
Classic hardcore.
Yeah.
We're playing it tomorrow with one of my buddies. Might stream it, we'll see.
I have a question for people here. Who here has made it to level 16 hardcore?
I have not yet.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. That's really, really impressive. But, okay, who here has died before level 16 hardcore?
Yeah, that's me. I died level 37 because of my own stupid mistake. That was me.
Me too. You and I, my friends, that has happened. But in fact, you're not alone. Yeah. You have joined the graveyard alongside all these characters, including those unfortunate hunters.
Oh my god.
So here are updated stats from end of last month.
Yeah, that's a lot of hunter deaths, dude.
For our next information of data here, I do not have a data table for this, but let's take a look at some reenactments of the 3 most common environmental deaths in hardcore. So who else was looting that final mob and forgot to take a look at their breath meter? Or maybe you were too busy typing in the chat in Ironforge and became one with the Great Forge. Or you misjudged the distance and gravity gave you a moral reminder. I've been there.
You should
Yeah,
have used
I
the
mean,
Undercity elevator
these
for
are
that.
some dumb ways to die, you know, but on the opposite side, there are so much more heroic ways to die. And we have been super excited to see how players have engaged with our new feature, Duel to the Dead. Mokora.
Hurrah.
Yeah, we're very
Let's go.
impressed by the community events and all the players that have been brave enough to participate in them. It takes a lot. But you know, as Holly mentioned earlier today, we have a new optional rule set coming to hardcore. So we are excited to officially announce that Self-Found will be coming to hardcore in early 2024. Yeah.
Self-found, what does that mean?
Players that opt into this mode won't be able to trade, use the mail, or use the action house until you reach max level.
Okay. Really quick. I gotta talk about this because when I was doing the hardcore Montgora thing, right, that S-Fan and I forget who else, Rockman and a couple of people put together, with Starforge, I had the hardcore app still installed from my first last year run of hardcore. So I wasn't able to trade. I wasn't able to use mailbox. I wasn't able to do that. I was doing hardcore. And people told me this. And I was like, wait, you guys are allowed to trade? You're allowed to use an auction house? So I was doing true hardcore. So I've already done this. I made the level 37. I know without a doubt if I were to go back now and try to level another character and I can use the auction house and all this other ish, bro, I would at least make it level 50. At least level 50.
We hope that you join us to take on this new challenge. So yeah, on behalf of the Classic team, thank you so much for joining us on the Classic journey so far. And we can't wait to see you back in Azeroth. So now, I know everybody wants to hear more about the Season of Discovery, so I'm gonna bring in, my senior producer, Josh Greenfield. Thank you.
Let's get it. What does Mr. Josh Greenfield have to say? This man looks like he loves Warcraft.
Look at this crowd.
Makes me excited.
Hello, BlizzCon. My name's Josh Greenfield, and I'm the senior game producer on WoW Classic. I'm here to talk to you today about our new season for a Classic World of Warcraft, Season of Discovery. Today, I'm going to give you an introduction and an overview of what our season is at a very high level, as well as giving you an idea of what our major features are. After this overview, I'm going to hand things off to a few other Classic team members to dig into some specifics about what I'm going to cover. So let's go ahead and jump in. So it seems fitting to start off talking about discoveries. It's in the name, after all, so it seems pretty important to the season. When you first start a character in Season of Discovery, it'll look and feel identical to original World of Warcraft. You'll slay kobolds, you'll give lazy peons a bonk, all the kind of normal things you do when starting fresh in World of Warcraft. When you get to around level 2, however, in the starter zone, your class trainer will offer you a new quest, and this is to go find your first rune. We'll talk about runes in a little bit more in a minute, but after that intro quest, the game simply tells you, go find more. And that's kind of where discoveries come in. Discoveries are essentially secrets hidden throughout the game world. They usually aren't quests in the traditional sense. There's nothing on your map to show them to you. This is Classic after all. And some may be as simple as a treasure coffer deep in a kobold mine, but many are small events kind of unto themselves, oftentimes requiring more than one player, a little bit of creativity, or some keen observation skills to obtain. One of the things we love about Azeroth is the sense of awe and wonder it inspires. It's a massive world. But due to the kind of solved nature of original WoW, it can sometimes feel a lot smaller than it did when we first started our adventures. Discoveries are a way to disrupt that a bit. Keep the world familiar, comfortable, but add enough new things to find to evoke that sense of adventure and exploration we first felt when we stepped foot in Azeroth. Beyond the next hill, deep in the next crypt or cave, something exciting could be hidden. One other thing we love about discoveries is this social and information sharing aspect. For those first few weeks of each phase, we hope to find secret finding communities pop up, both in and out of game, as players scour Azeroth to find all these little hidden things.
So I was a part of the WoW secret community when God, what is it? The one with the troll expansion. I don't remember what it's called right now. They had the Forgotten Hippogriffin. That's when I joined the WoW Secrets community. So if we can get that in Classic WoW, And there's little secrets, maybe hidden things. Ooh, if there's a hidden mount, bro, I'm telling you, ooh, I'm so excited. Let's get
We
it.
can't wait to read general chat as players begin sharing what they found with each other in real time. We think that social and info sharing aspect is super exciting, and we can't wait to see how long it takes for all these little secrets to be found. In order to preserve this sense of discovery, we will not be holding a public beta or PTR for Season of Discovery.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you, yeah. We want day one of Season of Discovery to feel as fresh and full of surprises as we can. So we're taking a chance here to keep those first few weeks as exciting as possible. The last thing we'll say about discoveries now is that we wanted to craft them in a way that really felt at home in original WoW. Many times when playtesting amongst ourselves, we'd find a new NPC or an object, and someone would hesitate and say, like, is this from 2004? Is this new? And we're like, yeah, it's new. That's new to the season. And to us, that's a great success. The idea here is that these things feel as like a natural part of Azeroth as it was at this point in WoW's history. Next, let's talk a little bit about level-banded content phases and what that means. In essence, level-banded content phases are how we're going to approach the level-up journey in Season of Discovery. When we initially launch, the level cap in Season of Discovery will be level 25. After a number of weeks, the level cap will increase to a higher level for the next phase. So why a level cap of 25 to start with? Well, our inspiration for this actually came from the WoW Classic Beta in 2019. We saw how much fun the game was when the level was capped at a lower level, and how players would find new and exciting talent and item combinations to optimize around. And this is something we've always looked back fondly on, and it's something we've wanted to sort of explore ever since. We also realized how approachable an initial lower level cap could be. We talk a lot internally about approachability on WoW Classic and respecting players' time. There's a major goal of this level-banded approach to really give you a chance to get into it. One of the things we really consistently see on forums or social media too is it too late to start? And oftentimes we'll hear this literally within a day or two of a new release. And obviously, it's never too late to start playing Classic WoW. But as we've all grown into additional responsibilities and found ourselves spending maybe a little less time playing games than we used to, we can definitely feel that sense of kind of fear of missing out, or FOMO, when we log in after a long week and see our friends 10 or 20 levels ahead of us. And for
Now, the question that I have is that the level cap is 25, but does that zone limit you as well too? Because again, your boy usually plays rogue. So the level cap might be 25, but will I be able to still go into level 50 and 60 zones and possibly discover runes in those zones? Or would those runes be also level capped, as in like I must be level 55 to acquire this rune, but now I know where it is? Because if I am still allowed to go into other zones, even level 25, you better believe I'm going to.
that, this level-banded approach is perfect. There will be plenty to do in each new leveling journey, from the quests and dungeons and battlegrounds we all know and love, to finding all the brand new things to discover across Azeroth. And then later on, leveling new alts to find all of their hidden discoveries as well. There's lots to do, but we're hoping that you won't ever feel that sense of being behind just because you couldn't play on a given day. We also plan to give a very sizable experience boost to the previous level band every time we raise the level cap. This is kind of similar to Joyous Journeys and Wrath Classic, if you're familiar with that. So even if you miss a phase or once a level in alt, you'll be able to catch up to your friends in no time. So the next thing we want to talk about is in-game at level cap. So when we kind of decided on this level-banded content approach, we had to kind of sit down and ask ourselves, what is in-game when the level cap is 25? And first, I think it makes sense to talk a little bit about our inspiration. And this is something we really keep coming back to a lot on Classic. Since this is a version of original WoW, we wanted to start out grounded in familiar locations and put the focus for the new stuff on fresh gameplay and mechanics in those iconic dungeons and locales. To that end, our first raid in Season of Discovery will be the iconic dungeon, Black Fathom Deeps, reimagined as a 10-player raid instance.
Ooh.
Thank you. Next, one of our main goals is to ensure that these are fully featured, deep, satisfying raids, and not simply the addition of a few mechanics to existing encounters as they were in 2004. All of these encounters are a full ground-up redesign and should feel like proper raid encounters. And of course, with new raids comes lots of new loot. In addition to raids, we also really want to play up that PvP aspect. And as a result, we're planning to add several outdoor PvP events to the game as the level caps increase. Thank you. Lastly, one of the things we're most excited about is where we go when we start getting to higher levels. We are leaving the door open to the possibility of completely new experiences and the prospects of exploring previously unfinished or unused locales for future raid and dungeon content. We're starting getting level 60. I know, I'm excited too. I'm excited too. We think that level 25 is going to be full of great, memorable gameplay that feels right at home in original WoW, but this is just the first step, and we think the best is yet to come. So next, let's kind of change gears and talk about rune engraving a little bit. So this is one of the most exciting new things about Season of Discovery. One of the most consistent pieces of feedback we've gotten from previous iterations of original WoW, such as our Season of Mastery, is that many players would like to try some adjustments to their favorite class or spec. We really wanted to take a chance with Season of Discovery and go kind of wild here, and we did. That's where rune engraving comes in. Rune engraving is a new skill that all Season of Discovery characters know automatically on character creation. Rune engraving allows you to gather, learn, and apply new class abilities directly to your equipment, kind of like enchants. In the initial 1 through 25 experience, you'll be able to discover runes in your chest, legs, and glove slots. And as the level cap increases, additional runes for other item slots will be discoverable over time. Once learned, runes are permanent and can be applied and reapplied to your gear at will, just out of combat.
That's kind of sick.
One of the most exciting things about these runes is that they exist completely outside of the talent system, meaning that you could very realistically splash in, damage abilities with a healing talent spec, so you could solo a little bit better, or you could swap maybe to tanking ability runes to round out the tank spot in your 5-player group if you're missing one. You may also encounter previously faction-specific paladin and shaman buffs as runes, which helps bring some parity to each faction without those classes losing their unique flavor or the factions losing their unique flavor. In order to also streamline the talent system to go along with runes, we do plan to adjust the respec cost to be much more nominal in Season of Discovery, particularly at low levels.
Let's go. I was like, yeah, if you're still charging the gold and then 10
that's
gold
not all.
and 100
That's
and
not
stuff,
all.
that's wild.
Who knows, maybe, just maybe, someday, you won't be constrained to just one talent spec in Season of Discovery. Who knows? So, overall, we've been playing this a ton internally. We've been having so much fun with it. It's everything we love about Classic, plus so much more.
Okay.
At this, I'd like to hand this over to one of our lead software engineers, Nora Valletta, to talk about some specific abilities you may encounter on the different classes, as well as to talk a bit about our PvP plans for Season of Discovery. Take it away, Nora.
Season of Discovery might be something I dive into, man. It sounds exciting. It does sound like classic WoW again, but I think with the level cap and things in the new runes, I'm interested.
Thanks, Josh.
Discoveries, they have me in
Hey,
mysteries,
BlizzCon.
man.
My name's Nora Valletta, and along with Anna, I'm a lead software engineer on WoW Classic. Thanks. There are over 100 runes in the 1 to 25 leveling bracket across all classes, and we'd love for you guys to go forth and discover them on your own. However, to give you an idea of what to expect, I have a few to share with you today.
Okay, let's go.
First things first, I want to share some of the things we had in mind when designing runes in Season of Discovery. One is to shake up the meta. Our seasonal content is a great opportunity to deliver WoW Classic, but with a twist. With our non-seasonal content, we try to deliver a classic experience close to the original, but with seasons, we have the freedom to experiment with what-if scenarios, such as, what if rogues could tank? What if paladins did have a taunt?
Rogues can tank, what do you mean, bro?
On that point, we wanted to introduce abilities such that each class has something special, something that other classes can point to and go, dang, that's so cool, I wish I could do that. Many
That's
of the
funny.
runes you find are greatest hits remixes of popular abilities from various WoW expansions, so many of them will be familiar to you. That said, some of these familiar abilities may actually behave a little differently than you remember. Some spells and abilities you'll discover have never been introduced before in any WoW expansion. For these, we were careful to make sure they were an appropriate fit for class fantasy.
Like the Lake of
Most
Fire, is that new?
importantly, we want Classic to continue to feel like Classic. Many of the iconic spells and abilities you've seen in various WoW expansions feel fitting for that expansion or fitting for modern WoW, but would feel out of place in Classic, so we tried to avoid introducing anything with a too modern feel and made adjustments wherever it made sense. Anyways, enough of that. Let's take a sneak peek at some of those abilities. Druids. In Season of
looks
Discovery,
upset.
you have an interrupt called Skull Bash, which can be used in cat or bear form. Fury of Storm Rage removes the mana cost of Wrath. Dealing damage with Wrath has a chance to make your next healing touch instant. Wild Growth
That's
applies a
crazy.
heal over time effect to your target and up to 5 nearby party members. Hello, Hunters. Beast Mastery will increase your pet's damage, health, and focus regen. Growl is now a proper taunt. Explosive Shot is a ranged damage over time ability, and Lone Wolf gives you a damage boost if you have no active pet. Pair this with dual wielding, and you've got yourself a mean melee hunter.
That's
Mages.
sick.
Ice Lance is an instant frost spell that deals triple damage to frozen targets. Living Flame causes flames to erupt and chase a nearby enemy, leaving a burning trail in its wake.
Oh man.
And Regeneration is a heal, which marks your target with a temporal beacon. Another rune ability called Rewind Time will heal the damage taken over the previous 5 seconds. You can heal other people with this, by the way, not just yourself, so I hope you've
That's
made room on
kinda
your roster for
crazy.
mage healers. Paladins. In WoW Classic, they don't have a taunt, but here it is in Season of Discovery.
Hand of Reckoning. Paladins now have a taunt.
Hand of Reckoning is your taunt. Knowing this ability will also increase the threat bonus of Righteous Fury and cause you to gain mana when healed by other players. Crusader Strike is a weapon attack.
Wait, causes you to gain mana when healed by other players? That's kind of crazy.
It's a weapon attack which costs no additional mana and instead regenerates your mana slightly with each hit. And Seal of Martyrdom can be activated to cause melee attacks to strike other nearby targets. You'll lose health when inflicting damage with this. However, nearby party members will gain mana based on the damage you take.
Interesting.
Priests. You can channel Penance to heal nearby friendly targets or deal damage to enemy targets. Prayer of Mending heals your target the next time they take damage or receive healing. Afterwards, it'll bounce to another friendly player nearby.
Okay.
Homunculi animates 3 miniature copies of your character, which will attack your target with a mace, a sword, and an axe, reducing their attack speed, attack power, and armor, respectively. Rogues.
Let's go,
From
baby.
Stealth, Shadow Strike allows you to teleport behind your target and strike for a nice big chunk of damage.
Okay, we already know that one.
And Venom is a finishing move.
Yeah,
it
we
deals
got that,
poison
we got
damage
that.
based on your deadly poison doses on the target, and also increases the frequency of applying instant poison for some time afterwards.
Interesting, okay.
Just a Flesh Wound is our rogue tank ability. You generate way more threat, you take reduced physical damage while Blade Dance is active, you're less likely to be critically hit by melee attacks, and your Feint ability turns into a taunt called Tease.
Interesting.
Shamans. Lava Lash deals offhand weapon damage. Offhand. In Season of Discovery, Enhancement Shamans can dual wield with the help of another rune not pictured here. Happy hunting. Healing Rain is a gradual AoE heal which can be placed on the ground, or on a lamppost, or on the ceiling. Way of Earth allows you to perform the coveted role of Shaman Tank.
Shaman's can tank now, let's go.
With this, you'll deal increased threat, you'll take less damage, and Earth Shock becomes your taunt. Warlocks.
All right, Locky boys, what you got?
Haunt deals damage, increases all shadow damage you deal to the target, and heals you for the damage it dealt once it's dispelled or expires. Chaos Bolt sends a big beefy bolt of fire at the enemy. It always hits, it can't be resisted, and it causes all of your fire spells to pierce through absorption effects. And Metamorphosis.
Okay.
This is your shapeshift, allowing you to transform into a demon, similar to a druid's bear form, increasing your armor and reducing your chance to be critically hit. Searing Pain becomes instant, Shadow Bolt becomes a melee cleave, and Curse of Recklessness is your taunt. Warriors. Victory Rush is a weapon attack that can be used after killing an enemy. It will heal you for a certain percentage of your health. Devastate will cause your Sunder armor to deal main hand weapon damage, increased for each stack of Sunder armor already on the target. And Raging Blow is a vicious strike that deals heavy damage, but can only be used while enraged. Now this is just a taste of all the abilities coming to classes in Season of Discovery. And really, bottom line, we want everyone to feel OP.
Making warriors less OP, making everyone OP. Let's go. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm gonna test this, man. When's it gonna be live? When's it going live?
Let's turn our attention to the ancient forest of Ashenvale in northern Kalimdor.
Oh, okay.
Ashenvale is known for its beauty, its rich natural resources, and its role as a hotly contested territory between the Horde and the Alliance. In Season of Discovery, earning kills while in Ashenvale will trigger a zone-wide PvP event.
Let's go.
During this event, a leader will appear in the zone for each faction, a Farseer for the Horde, and a Priestess of the Moon for the Alliance. Your objective is simple. It's to defeat the enemy leader. Now this is easier said than done. These leaders are tough, so you'll have to work together to take them out. In addition to the main camps where those faction leaders reside, various other camps will spawn across the zone for each faction. The Priestess of the Moon and the Farseer are each buffed by respective leaders in those smaller camps. The more of those small camps you can take out, the weaker your enemy's faction leader will become. Sounds familiar. It's much like Alderac Valley.
Yep.
This event is an awesome way to earn honor, as well as reputation with Warsong Gulch factions, which allows you to unlock some of the best level 25 gear in the game. You'll also be able to earn a mount, which you can actually use at level 25, but only in Ashenvale. It will increase your speed by 50%, giving you the extra boost you need to seek and destroy the enemy. So, come kick some ash in Ashenvale. I'll see you there.
I love that. They won me over, dude. Season of Discovery is something that we're definitely going to do.
Anyways, I've done enough talking. It's time for me to pass things off to Tim, who's going to talk to you about raids and the PvE endgame. Take it away, Tim.
I cannot wait, dude. Season of Discovery is going to be something I definitely dive into. Let's see what Tim has to say. Ooh, I'm excited.
Thank you, Nora. Hey, BlizzCon!
What's up, Tim?
My name is Tim Jones, and I'm the assistant lead designer on World of Warcraft Classic. Woo! Multiplayer content is the heart of World of Warcraft. Whether we're questing together, running a dungeon, crafting an item for a friend, or chatting in guild about where to find that new Metamorphosis rune for Warlock, WoW offers one of the richest multiplayer experiences across all of gaming. And Season of Discovery aims to deliver on providing new group content that's both challenging and rewarding. Now first, I want everyone to take a moment with me and imagine, alongside the Zorm Strand on Ashenvale's north coast lies the ruins of an ancient elven temple to the goddess Elune. Evil stirs within, drawing the likes of the Naga and the Twilight's Hammer in search of power and anything that could hasten the coming of the old gods. Maybe you've been here before, maybe not. No matter your familiarity with this place, it's hard not to be drawn in by the mystique, the rich art, the level design, as well as the robust creature and spell ecology of Black Fathom Deeps. On the Classic team, we couldn't help but ask ourselves, could this amazing location be more than just a 5-player dungeon? So we're excited. Get your level 25 Prebis, equip your runes, find 9 of your best friends, And get ready, the Classic team is proud to announce Level Up Raids. New instance challenges for raid groups to experience the max level for each of Season of Discovery's content bands. Woo! At level 25, Blackfathom Deeps is the first level up raid that you'll experience in Season of Discovery. Groups should be easy to form. Grab a couple tanks and healers, make a party of 10, you're good to go. God knows, everyone and their mom can tank and heal in Season of Discovery now, so that shouldn't be a problem. And content phases in Season of Discovery won't be as long as traditional Classic expansion patches either. And we want you to have as many opportunities to explore and plunder the riches within. And as such, Blackfathom will offer a 3-day lockout, much like the raid Zul'Gurub.
Okay.
The story's the same. The location and creatures may be familiar to some, but the challenges and rewards are brand new. 7 new bosses are here to both entertain and test your skills.
7 new bosses?
And how could we not make raid content without new loot? Existing quests and rewards have also been updated for the raid as well. And you'll even be able to find secrets within the raid. Can you solve the mystery of the Twilight Artisan? Can you find the recipes for the Blackfathom sharpening stones and wizard oil? And will you be the first group to access the new world buff, Boon of Blackfathom? Ooh. Okay. I love your guys' enthusiasm. This is amazing. Let's peek behind the curtain at what challenges await players in Blackfathom, or as we affectionately call it, BFD, not to be confused with BRD or BFA or BWL or BWD. You guys get the idea. Baron Aquinas, he guards the entrance. No longer a simple quest NPC. You must challenge his elemental lieutenants that inhabit the Fathom Stones and defeat him.
Okay.
And in doing so, you may face off against Aquinas himself atop the infamous jumping puzzle. And jump you must to get in range of the Baron, but beware both the boss and your teammates, because there are many a peril that may knock you off. In all honesty, this boss is lightly tuned, and there are some hidden power-ups below the water to help you return to the platform. Next off, you must face against Gamura, the fearsome turtle that's been swimming in the enchanted waters of the deeps for a long, long time. Exposure to these energies has granted her both power and size, but most importantly, she's now protected by a magical barrier that protects her against almost any attack. Break through this barrier and start blasting for massive damage. Get your orange parse. All this commotion will bring you to the attention of Lady Saraves, a powerful and reckless Naga sea witch who commands a legion of Blackfathom elite in Myrmidons. She is a formidable foe that will overwhelm you unless you find a way to turn her own spells against her and her minions.
Interesting.
These 3 bosses round out the prologue of Blackfathom Deeps, and all 3 are available to fight in our demo in Hall D. Check it out. And that's not it. Witness the corruption of Gelihast and take on the march of the Void Murlocs. Break past Lorgus Jet's magical barriers and corrupted totems. Conquer your dreams as you challenge Twilight Lord Kelris. And good luck against the giant Void Hydra. Seriously, you're going to need it. And not to forget, there will be glittering prizes awaiting you, including some of these fancy items.
Okay.
Now, telling you all this is great, but I think we'd rather just show you. So it is my pleasure to provide a quick sneak peek video of the raid, edited by the team itself, as though it was pulled straight from a community website in 2005. Please take a look.
All right, let's go. Ooh, even the pearls are got void all over them. That's great. It's a great detail. Oh yeah, this definitely does give me 2004, 2006 vibes right now. This is crazy. Dude, Season of Discovery has me, man. They already had me with the previous, with the PvP content, and now with this brand new
So that's it
things.
for today, guys. We're looking forward to. Oh, okay. That shouldn't be here. Okay. That should definitely. Okay. Sorry. We should have. Okay. Oops. That's it for today. On behalf of the Classic team, and as Anna mentioned at the top, nothing that we do in WoW Classic would be possible without all of your support and your voice. Thank you so much for making the dream of WoW Classic and all the experiences we're working on a reality.
So we call it a Classic Plus, man. At least the beginning stages of a Classic Plus. I'm excited to see this. I really, really am. I really, really am. You guys can best believe we're going to be playing.
We
some
can't
Season
wait
of
to see
Discovery.
what else we have in store for the future. We can't wait for you to see. So please stay tuned for Hearthstone, what's next, coming up right after this. And we hope you have enjoyed this look ahead at what's next for WoW Classic. I want to reiterate, this is just a taste of all that you're going to uncover in Season of Discovery. And for those of you here at BlizzCon, we hope you get to take on the first 3 bosses of our Black Fathom Deeps raid on the show floor. And for everyone else, we're so excited for you to experience it when Season of Discovery launches worldwide in just a few short weeks on November 30th.
November 30th, ladies and gents.
Thank you, everyone.
We shall be playing some Season of Discovery for the holiday season. Let's get it. Let's get it. We may not get in right at November 30th, but I will try my best to. But they won me over, man. That's all I can really say. I'm down to pay my $15 or however much it is for a month. Let's get it. All right, thank you guys for chilling with me today. Thank you guys for watching. Let's go play games. I'll see you guys in the next part of whatever Blizzard has to offer. Until then, goodbye. Yeah, epic music out.